So Marie, tell me all about this project and why you've involved a social scientist like myself.
Well, Matthew, this is a very exciting project using nanotechnology to be able to package and deliver cancer therapeutics to cancer patients, to their tumour cells directly without causing toxicity. And this is a new technology, as you can imagine, and what we really want to do and why we've engaged you is to bring in the social sciences and someone like you from arts and social sciences to be able to and help us engage the public, bring the public with us on this journey to develop these better cancer therapeutics.
So for me, this is a really fascinating project, and the work you're involved in entails a whole range of social and ethical questions. And they're not simple questions, not questions that have simple answers. But I think one of the things it's going to be fascinating to work on is how do we build a dialogue between ourselves as researchers, but also with the public more generally. And I think if we're able to do that successfully, we'll be able to have a much more nuanced and sophisticated understanding of the way in which these medicines and therapies intersect with new models of healthcare.
I've never been involved in something like this before, so it's also an eye-opener for me as a researcher to be thinking about this. I've always thought about the consumer and the contact with consumers because that's very important, but not by this approach about how we engage the consumer in this sort of fashion. So I think some of the challenges for us is that we need to learn to understand your language and what you're trying to get across to us, and you need to almost understand the science and what we're trying to do with it. So it is almost like talking a new language, and but I think it's actually really important. And as we've been trying to work out our best way to collaborate, and even we've talked about placing students, some of your students within our research facility to work alongside our researchers to better understand what they're doing, why they're doing it, and also how to describe it. So that's almost your thing to help us be able to describe it and bring people with us on this. And we know what happens when there's miscommunication about scientific achievements. The GM crops are a classic example where these things were being developed and company came out and said these are going to be great for you and be good for you, and then so everyone said no, well, we don't want them. You don't want something like that to happen with this technology because it's got so much potential, but we need people to understand and take the fear factor out of this and say, well, really what we're developing is therapeutics, so we can actually improve the lives of everyone who's got cancer.
Thank you.